So, hey Leo, my name is Chris, and this is your beautiful reading for January, mid-January till mid-February, I guess. Pretty much a month. And I'm doing, let's just see what comes up. Maybe the Celtic cross, maybe something else. Let's just do something else. The Page of Wands, the Moon card, and again, the World card shows up. I've been doing these readings here for a while and, oh, I forgot my candle. And yeah, it's a big closure, right? The old circle, the old energies of 2025 and the years before. Think about a 9-year circle. Think about the last 9 years, right? This energy, pretty heavy energy, pretty challenging energies. Coming to a closure. I talked about this at the end of 2025. Now it's kind of mid-January when I'm doing this reading. There's the World card, there's the Moon card, Page of Wands. You're going towards this end, but you have to kind of tune your subconsciousness, right? So you have to allow it to end. Whatever old chapter. Could be a chapter of scarcity, could be a chapter of lack mindset, could be a chapter of not feeling like you're good enough. You know, that's the old circle. That's scarcity, that's lack mindset, that's a lack of self-love. You must really allow this to end and kind of clear out the clutter. Really take charge of your subconsciousness, work with your subconsciousness, work with your frequencies. What I always say, meditation, right? That's super important. Do it every day. It's just a practice in tuning your consciousness, calming down your consciousness and tuning your consciousness, deliberately making a choice for optimism, for hope, for just good vibes, right? That's here. There's the Page of, that's pretty much a jolly good fellow, right? And you must be in that mindset of just, okay, let's just close this circle and see what's coming and trust the process that something good is coming out of it. There's the Strength card. 9 of Cups, that's the jolly good fellow in a different way. And there's the heavy ending, right? Maybe you have to do something to close this circle. We have this closing circle aspect again and again in so many readings. Do not fight, do not force things to happen, right? Just do your thing, do it well, do it one step at a time. No haste, no drama, no dramatization, right? Do what needs to be done and do it joyfully. Don't wrestle with it. Don't argue with it. Just finish it. Underlying energy, there's the Devil. The 5 of Swords, which is a good combination because the 5 of Swords is a dirty fight. That's who you were fighting with. You're closing this circle and you're ending it. Page of Swords, pretty much telling me that you learned a lot. You were dealing with really, really toxic energies, really, really toxic people, toxic frequencies, toxic energies. Maybe there's one last thing that you have to do to finish that chapter. Eyes on the prize, that's the Queen of Swords in the center, 3 of Pentacles. There might be good people coming in to work with. Reciprocity is on the horizon. Keep your eyes on what you want to create. And this reading seems to be all about, there's the World card, there's the 10 of Wands. But you're crossing the finish line. You're doing something that needs to be done, that is kind of part of the old chapter. And I was telling this to Virgo as well. Yeah, you're going towards something better. There's 2 times the 9 of Cups now. 9 of Cups, that's the Yeah, Jolly Good Fellow. The Jolly Good Fellow is actually the Page of Wands. You got the Page of Wands here. That's where you're going to. That's your mindset. You're very proud of your talents, and you're using your talents wisely and joyfully, right? Seven of Wands, not allowing, yeah, Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords here with the World card. Do not get dragged into the old circle. Do not worry, right? No matter what is on your plate right now. There's something that you need to finish. Finish it. Finish it with a calm, disciplined, peaceful mind. You got this. You did it before. You do it again. Don't fight it. Joyful creation. Finishing the damn thing. Six of Pentacles with the Strength card. There's the Strength card with the Nine of Cups. So 2 times the Strength card, 2 times the Nine of Cups. There's the Two of Cups. Make peace with it, right? Make peace with whatever happened in your past, with whatever you were fighting, with whatever you were struggling in the last 9-year circle. This is over. You learned something. You're coming out of this conflict with as the Page of Swords, and you're instantly moving into Queen of Swords mode. Eyes on the prize. You freed yourself from whatever was entangling you here with the Devil. She is pretty much cutting her free, cutting herself free. That's the center. That's you, basically. Butterfly Queen, eyes on the prize. But don't make it agonizing. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just finish it, right? I say this again and again. There's the Knight of Cups with the Devil, the Queen of Wands with the Five of Swords, and the Page of Cups with the Page of Swords. And let's just get one more for the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the King of Swords. So very much discernment, very much, there's the Devil, clarifying the Three of Pentacles. So there's a warning here, okay? So you're coming from a toxic situation. You're coming from a very conflict-ridden toxic situation. The fight is over. You have to do one last thing that is concerned, that is kind of entangled with this toxicity here, with the Devil basically, with this old conflict thing. Finish the damn thing. Be done with it. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just be disciplined and finish it. And there might be, this Three of Pentacles here might be someone, clarified by the Devil, who wants to bring you back into the old toxic system. So maybe it's a career change. Maybe it's a big step in what it is that you're doing. Do not get dragged back into that old toxic thing. Might be work related because there's Pentacles energy attached to this. 2 times the Devil. You're not going back into the old, right? You're creating something new and you just trust the process. Finish the damn thing and don't add to it, right? So there might be people coming along who might pretend, hey, we can keep this here, whatever that is, alive. And, you can work with us, but no. That offer with the Three of Pentacles is connected to the Devil. That offer, these people who want to or claim that they want to work with you, be very careful and have a really, really deep look. Trust your intuition, right? Trust your emotions, trust your intuitions with this. Are you stepping back into something that you already have overcome? Do these Three of Pentacles people want to, there's toxicity here, want to prolong whatever is going on here? You don't want that. You want to be done with it. Close the circle. World card, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the World card. There's so much better for you, okay? Even, I mean, let's just get real here. Even if you have a shitty job, right? Let's just think about that, right? Maybe you have a shitty job, toxic people, toxic relationships, right? And you kind of emancipated yourself from that. So you built something else. You're concentrating on building something else, freeing yourself, creating something that is much more connected to your authenticity, to your joy, to your happiness. Maybe there's one last project, maybe there's one last thing that you need to do that is related to the old job or the old thing, but I think it's work related with the Three of Pentacles, right? There are people who might want to lure you in prolonging that old toxic thing that is no longer serving you, right? So do not do that. Let it die. Let it end. 10 of Wands, World card. There's something so much better, so much more beautiful for yourself that is much more in alignment with yourself. And in this in-between phase, right, where you have one foot in the old system and one foot in the new system, but you're kind of in between, right? Finish the old. Don't allow anybody to drag you into the old. Let it go. Even if it's a hard break. There's something on the horizon that is much better for you. In the in-between, learn to stand ambiguity. I'm going to put this to the Queen and the King of Swords. So you might not know. Is this going to work? Is this going to, blossom? And, you've been through different stuff, right? You mastered that. But going back to that is not an option. You're not trading a false sense of toxic security for that beautiful Nine of Cups thing that you got going here. Eyes on the prize, give it loving attention, right? And do not fight the old system. Finish the old system and be done with it. And do not allow anybody to seduce you into the old shit, because you don't want the next 9 years spending with this. Never argue with a fool, Just state your truth, right? And validate only what is valid. So don't be nice, don't be people-pleasing, right? And in this in-between phase, nothing is wasted. You did a lot to build a new foundation, to build a new system for yourself. I say it again, don't allow anybody to drag you back into the old system. And even if what you have done so far is not showing any results yet, 2026 is going to be a great year. Check out the 2026 reading. I'm going to link the 2026 reading at the end of this video. It's going to be a beautiful year. Nothing is wasted. Even if you're not yet seeing anything, any recognition, anything that is coming from what you have already done to build a new system, right? Here's a quote from Howard Zinn. What matters is the countless small deeds of unknown people who lay the basis for the significant events that enter history. They are the ones who have done things in the past, and they are the ones who have to do it in the future. So maybe you are one of these people who did a few things. Maybe you didn't get recognition for it, but nothing is wasted. And in the new circle, these things will have an effect, right? But do not be tempted into going into the old system. Whatever you did in the last 9 years is over. Let it die. Let it be closed. Close it, end it, tidy it up, have a clean shade, start 2026. That's pretty heavy, I know, but that's the advice here. One Blue Angel Oracle deck, that's Sacred Earth, number 16. Health and vitality. You can find healing and inspiration by connecting with the earth. Nature's healing energy will bring you peace and balance your body, mind, and emotion. You can connect with nature's timeless wisdom anytime, anywhere, even if you are indoors. You can visualize nature if you're living somewhere in the city and there's no park or forest or whatever part of nature close by. You can walk in the park. I know it's winter, but in the summer you can walk barefoot. But even if you just go for a walk in the park, is already grounding you, is already giving you energy and releasing negative energy just by going for a walk, just by being there in nature and connecting with nature. That's super important because it seems to be a heavy ending, and there's the Two of Cups here clarifying the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is the last few steps, right? The last few steps to get rid of that toxicity that was kind of having a hold, a grab on you during the last 9 years, right? Do not be lured back into that. You want to let that die. So take a leap of faith. Grasshopper spirit. And I'm going to read this because Grasshopper spirit showed up, I think, in Virgo, in the Virgo reading as well. And I did not read it, but now I'm going to read it because when something comes again and again, you know, you better take notice. Right now, you are poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could have ever imagined. When Grasshopper Spirit appears, it is a fruitous time to take a leap into the unknown. Okay, for Grasshopper Spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? And has faith in the powers of co-creation. You are being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Don't go back into the old. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when Grasshopper Spirit appears. You are not going to go backwards. Very important, you are not going to go backwards, because backwards, look at the last 9 years, buddy, friend, whatever. Right? Last 9 years. Were the last 9 years great? No, they weren't. Because the energies were so heavy during the last 9 years. I've been doing readings. And I actually had that's the second time I'm starting this channel, right? I had almost 1,000 followers, subscribers, right? Then my channel got hacked and here I am again. Okay? So these energies, toxic energies, wanted to drag me back into the old. No, we're going forward, we're going not backwards, right? So you are not going to go backwards. So listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings wearily to what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence, for Spirit has so much in store for you if you only take a leap of faith. If it's a job and it's just dead and it's toxic and it's just draining your energy and it's connected to all sorts of toxic people, you got something going already, right? Focus on that. Take a leap of faith. Go for long walks. connect with nature, ground yourself, release negative energy, finish the damn thing. There is just one last step to do, and this is ending, right? Do it. Let it die. And take that leap of faith, even if it means you're in between and you have to trust, right? And ego doesn't like to trust. Ego doesn't like trusting at all. Ego wants to know, ego wants to have a plan, ego wants a false sense of security. That's what ego likes, right? And there might come along toxic people who present to you, to your ego, that false sense of security. But you, what do? You say, no, thank you. I'm not going back into the old circle. That's what you're saying. Finish the damn thing. Be done with it and give whatever you have already created. Learn to stand ambiguity, but your mind is laser focused on what you want to create for yourself. There's joy, there's abundance, 9 of Cups 2 times. Go into that, right? Trust. The Page of Wands is kind of, that's a jolly good fellow, as I said. There's a little bit of, you could say naivety, but trust. The Page of Wands is taking a leap of faith. There's just, he's standing in the desert. There's nothing in the old that is good for you. Let it go. And that's pretty much all I got. And my voice is still a little effed up. Check out the yearly readings. Check out the January reading. And yeah, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. And hopefully see you next time. Now, Budaya, my friend. Ciao.